Hello. I hate it when people do shit. Hello there. Welcome to the basement. I hope everyone had a good week. I had a decent one. My new job's going well. That's pretty cool. There are theories regarding the Ahsoka show. Some of them are redonk. The redonk shall be addressed. Also, there's some interesting Marvel thingies going around. We will discuss those as well. But before we get into all that, as per every Saturday night, get yourself a little something to sip on. Light yourself a little something to smoke on. Sit back. Relax. Because this is the Saturday Night Chill. Hello, hello, hello. Fucking fuck. Hello. Welcome to the Saturday Night Show. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm little on the frazzled side at this point, but we're good. We're good. We're good. Oh, is there? Rob's here. What up? What up, my brother? Alan, how you doing? Brooke, David B. How are things in Europe? I hope things are going well for everybody. At least today, if not for the whole week. Or even hell, at least for the last, few minutes, I hope things are going well. Or they're going well now. Maybe even in some small part thanks to me. Yeah. Anyway, enough of that self-delusion. Ooh, too much. All right, good enough. Things are okay over across the pond. Good, good. Y'all want to see my new shirt? You can see kind of the top of it. That's fucking sweet, even if I do say so myself. Alrighty. Does anyone have anything of note happen this week, or has it just been kind of we had this week? Yeah, that's true. Wow. Okay. Yeah, very true. Yes. My father-in-law had open heart surgery on Thursday, but he is doing almost eerily well, considering. Like I'm starting to think he might be a bit of an alien. A damn cool alien, mind you, but a bit of an alien. Dude walked. I'm not sure how far. It was all on the same floor, but he literally walked from the surgical intensive care unit he was in to his regular room. 2 days after literally getting his rib cage cracked open at the sternum and pried open like horror jaws. Gave Ahsoka a second watch. Liked it just as much. I actually have not given it a second watch. I wanted to. I meant to, and then, well, my brain did its usual thing, and then I never got around to it. My voice changer is still. Well, let's see. My echo's all off. Can you hear me now? Yeah. Yeah. It says my mic's working. Oops, that's not it. How about now? Are we good? Like, am I Han Solo for reals? Yes, no? Maybe so. By the way, what's up, Justin? How you doing, my guy? Oh, I'm good now? All right. I guess I did need that one knob up. It was the other thing I changed that did the change. All right, good. Well, I'm glad we got all that straightened out while, like, literally, uh, literally anyone who may have turned on the replay just fucking left. Because, as I've said before, I am the king of retention. Sarcastic. Hey, Jay, you missed it. Here's my new shirt. Do. See, it's weird. I can hear myself just fine. My setting on my dashboard here says it's going strong. My microphone, that is. So I don't know what the fook the problem. I mean, I'm saying it looks cool at my end, but that doesn't mean shit because I could very easily be missing something. Alrighty. So it's almost annoying me at this point. That's better. Yeah, I don't know what my next upgrade's going to be. That's for fucking sure. What the hell? Alright. Yeah. I know. I just watched it. Just kidding. That was a joke, man. Just a joke. And a very poor one, which I also know. All right, one more question before we get down to business. Oh, actually, no. I lie. I've got a question and then a couple of show notes I just remembered I had that I didn't write down, but I remembered. First things first. Did everyone hit like on your way in? Did we all tap the like button? Oh, poor buddy. If you have not, please smash the like. I would tell you to subscribe, but well, actually, if you're on the replay, yeah, subscribe. Or if you're lurking, subscribe. All the people here in the active chat already are subscribers, and I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Ooh, yeah, that's no bueno. That's no. Yeah. So. Right. Show notes. As Disney has decided to actually release these shows at a human hour, at least for those of us in the Western Hemisphere. Sorry, Dave. I am going to be doing the live reaction every week until it's over. So it'll be based on the episode runtime. Like I think this week's runtime is pretty short, like 32 minutes. So that means it'll be over like 9:30. So it'll go live probably at 10. But yeah, it'll be anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes after each episode, depending on episode length and whether I have to go to the bathroom or something. had to scratch my foot. But yeah, so had a few of you show up last week. It was really cool. I thought we had fun. So I want to do this shit every week, even if I end up just talking to my damn self. It'll be a lot shorter if I do, though. I will say that. Yeah, anyway. So, I love my cats, but, cats are weird sometimes. Played Diablo? Nice. Ooh, what kind of movie? Have you picked your genre, Mr. Chen? Yeah, there's some new word coming out about Marvel. That was initially brought to my attention by Josh or the Den of Nerds. We're all familiar with him, of course. That's live here anyway. If you're not familiar with him and you're still here with me on the replay, first of all, thank you. Second of all, you should check him out. He's cool. But yeah, he was talking about how it is looking more and more like Secret Wars is going to serve as some sort of reboot. What is not clear is whether it's going to be a soft reboot or a full reboot. That's the burning question. Which, of course, then generates follow-up questions like, what would that shit look like? Who would they keep if it's a soft reboot? How would they set the story up if it's a hard reboot? Would they go in a different direction than they went in the original MCU? Questions upon questions, and questions I haven't thought of because I'm me. But yeah. This is not a 100% sure thing. Let me make that 100% clear. Issued from the Department of Redundancy Department, that last sentence. But, yeah, I find that concept intriguing, and I do not instantly hate it, and let me tell you why. The stars that we all know and love from the Infinity Saga are aging. They are getting to the point where, yes, they could play the characters for a while longer if they wanted to, but it would get more and more difficult as time went on, and I know because I'm almost 50 and I know what it feels like for me, so I can only imagine what it feels like for someone doing action movies, for fuck's sake. So, and eventually they're going to have to get replaced anyway. So, I mean, obviously there's multiple ways to do that, and even in a soft reboot, it'd be more drawn out, but it could be done in a more, I suppose, leisurely manner. But either way, it would still end up happening. They would still end up being gone. Like Chris Evans is going to be gone someday, like gone. Not dead gone, but gone from the MCU. There's a point in time where he's going to not want to do it anymore. Same for Robert Downey. Same for Lizzie Olsen. Same for Benedict Cumberbatch. Ruffalo, the people that we love from the Infinity Saga, and the few that are still currently in, they're not going to do this shit forever, man. They're going to want it out. And out. And the question is, what kind of out are they going to get? That's the real question. So, a soft reboot. What could that... Well, it would involve keeping some characters that we do love, like, hanging on to Evans and RDJ, and, all the people I just mentioned that would be gone for a while. But the soft reboot, while they would leave the MCU eventually when they much more than they tried to do in Phase 4. Now, who they would bring in, obviously, shit tons of options. Like, they definitely would need Blade. They'd have to probably pump up Shang-Chi more, because Simu Liu's still fairly youngish. I mean, I would keep She-Hulk around, but they'd have to put her through something to get her a little more serious. I mean, Fun She-Hulk is fun, but if you're going to be like an actual Avenger, you got to have the serious side too. So they need to show that shizzle as well to round her out. But it's always handy to have a Hulk around. That's for sure. If I was them, I would bring in Miles Morales, while also keeping Tom Holland. He would stay in a soft reboot, sure. But I would bring in live-action Miles Morales as well. Don't ask me about casting right now. I got no fucking clue. Who? Which young African-American, or actually fully what he is, which is mixed Latino and African-American, they could cast to be him. I am not that familiar with the Leia Rose is here. Welcome, Leia. Good to see you. I know I frequently see you over in Matt and Scotty's chats. Alan's like me. We're YouTube whores. We're just in everybody's fucking chats, aren't we, Alan? You doubling up? Well, thank you for stopping by, Leia. I really appreciate it. How you doing this evening? Yes, damn right. I'll get back in after I greet Leia properly, people. Don't worry about it. Since she was kind enough to join us, I'm going to, be a polite host and pay a little attention to her before I go back to addressing the class. You're doing fine? Good. I'm glad to hear it. I mean, obviously, it'd be better if we were all doing great, but you know what? Fine is much, much better than shit. Hey. So, I'll just great. Worse than Josh's dogs, those little fuckers. Anyway, but yeah, I would definitely bring in Miles Morales, Tom Hardy, Venom. And by the way, those are two characters I would also bring in a hard reboot as well, since right now Tom Hardy is still technically a Fox, or no, I'm sorry, a Sony Marvel character. At this point in time, exactly, he's still Sony. Or he's only been in Sony. That's more accurate. So he's a candidate for both hard and soft reboot. So yeah, him, and of course Miles Morales to this point has only either been a video game or cinematic animated character, and of course in the comic. But in terms of a visual medium that contains emotion, video games, and obviously those magnificent cinematic features into and across the Spider-Verse. Yeah. So Tom Hardy, Venom, Miles Morales. I want a Goblin. I don't know who. Again, Willem Dafoe's starting to get up there. Like, honestly, I thought he was a better Goblin in No Way Home than in the Raimi Spider-Man. I don't know how they did it, but they actually made him look more Goblin-like with his own face than with that mask in the original McGuire Spider-Man. I mean, don't get me wrong, that shit was dope, but like Defoe's just that fucking impressive. I would definitely need a Goblin as a villain. Obviously, we would have Doom back like now. And not Julian McMahon, although he was cool as Doom, but I think there's some pretty damn fine options out there now that would be able to beat him for again the longevity issue. Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen are anomalies. They're awesome, but they're fucking anomalies. So they're not allowed to be brought into this discussion. Like, if I could choose where Patrick Stewart would die, it'd either be in that yellow Professor X wheelchair or in Captain's chair of the fucking Enterprise. You know, going out like a G. Or a captain or a telepath. Yeah, so the soft reboot would be a longer goodbye to the characters and the more specifically the actors that we love from the Infinity Saga, along with the addition for some new ones, and of course the eventual replacement of them. Whether it's by recasting or just passing on of mantles, you know, that'd be up to Mr. Feige. But so that's kind of a layman's summary of the soft option. Then, of course, there is the hard reboot option, which, you know, is exactly what it sounds like. At the end of Secret Wars, everything dies, and when the new multiverse comes into being, it comes in with a blank slate of a history, all new actors for all the characters, like everything phases 1 through 6 in terms of MCU history basically would just become legends. If it was Star Wars, it'd be the equivalent. The current MCU as we know it now in that timeline would be the equivalent of Star Wars Legends, and they would begin a whole new story from scratch with new actors, probably some new and different characters. Like, I would expect them to like restart basically with everyone in it already, i.e. the Avengers we already know and love, and hopefully we'll love the new actors, along with the Fantastic Four already being there and the mutants already being there. No more fucking, 15 years and still no fucking mutants? What the fuck? So yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, they basically start from scratch. No one knows anybody. It would literally be like what it was with the first Iron Man movie all over again. I don't know if that's how they would start it, but that would be the point at which the MCU would be again. It would be, I unplugged my computer and I plugged it back in and lost my fucking memory, or I had a sudden power outage and I lost all the memory in my computer. Now I got to start all my shit over. That would be essentially what the hard reboot would be. Now, again, that's just a rumor. But if correct, they are taking a hard look at doing something like that. So, given those two options, what would you guys do? I'll tell you what I would do after you. You guys go first, please. Chat. Let me hear ya. Rubbing your tooth on the microphone is not saying hi. All right. All right. That's the way it is. What do you guys think? Would you, assuming they're going to do something, would you prefer soft or a hard reboot? He's doing just fine. He's super adorable, but he's also an asshole. Like for real. He's like a complete love bug. He loves snuggles and loves and scritches and all that shit. But he's also a little asshole. I'm not sure I'd be down for a soft reboot or if they gave it a Viagra. They want to focus on a different multiverse with different characters. I'd only be interested in it if it wasn't Avengers. So, say they skip the Avengers and just give us Fantastic Four and mutants. Would you be down with something like that? And then maybe later bring in the Avengers just so you can do all the cool Avengers battling X-Men crossovers and all that shit. Yeah. Okay. So, as opposed to bringing them in first, bring them bitches in last. Cool. Give me 1 second. You guys see my big boy too. This is my big kid. My big boy. Say hi. Face Avenger. Yeah. You don't want to see someone pick up RDJ's mantle as Tony Stark? Well, I mean, you'd have to have a Tony Stark eventually. He's like pretty fucking key to Marvel, but I do agree with you. They need to definitely give us some time away from the character. So, like, our memories of the Tony Stark version of Iron Man would become more along the lines of fond memories of a departed loved one or something, and then it'd be much easier for them to recast a Stark. Although I don't know, they'd have to do damn fine work because regardless of how long it's been, they'll always be compared to RDJ. So, managed to convince my friend who wasn't a big fan of Ahsoka to give the show a try. He liked it overall, but didn't like Sabine's initial character development. Yes, many people out there really did not like that first scene of her on her speeder. I liked the music. I don't know why people didn't like the music. I thought that music was dope. But yeah, I mean, they did it just to reestablish the fact that, like, she's, hasn't changed too much from the end of Rebels, because she was always a little, do her own thing, kind of pain in the ass at times. So, I mean, she's Mandalorian. What the fuck do you expect? On the other hand, though, that was They could have picked a less drawn out way to do that, I think. But I mean, overall, that scene didn't bother me at all. Like the people that are going ape shit on it, and whatever. Now for Williams, though, she was killer. Oh, as Ironheart, yeah, yeah. I don't know if that show's ever going to happen or not. It might, and if it does, who the fuck knows when? Because strikes. Brooke agrees with the Riri Williams, and also feels like Sabine was just a bit too rebellious. But I think the show's still starting out, so give it some time for the character to develop. Yeah, I can see that. That's not anything I would argue with. Love Sabine, love the speeder moves, his perfect Mandalorian behavior. I mean, yeah, when you consider it from that angle, it really is. But unfortunately, these days more than, well, you know what? Fuck that. Good writing's good writing. The hell with it all. Like I can see how I can see both sides. I can totally see how that Sabine scene makes complete sense. Um, People who didn't watch Rebels, it is probably more those people that had an issue with it because they didn't understand. They had no real basis for understanding why she would be like that right from jump. So, of course, I'm a Libra. I always see both sides for the most part. Like her, but that scene went on a little too long. Yeah, they could have cut 30 seconds off it. It'd have been cool. I mean, just her part. I liked the part where, I mean, I always like seeing Clancy Brown. He is forever the Kurgan. But, you know, I like those fun little, you know, comedically tense moments. You know, those are always kind of fun. So I didn't mind that part of it. Um, and like I said, overall, I didn't even really mind the whole scene. But like many things in Star Wars Disney Plus shows these days, it went on just a little too long. Rob Seals. It's tough to judge the expanding Star Wars universe when we need to ignore Clone Wars and Rebels for people who only watch movies or Baby Yoda. I don't think we need to ignore those. I think those motherfuckers need to catch the fuck up. Like, if you want to be in, get in. Learn the shit. If you want to watch it just because, you know, there's cool effects, do that too, but don't bitch. Mandalorians do tend to have their customs they honor and have an organized society prior to the rise of the Empire on Mandalore, but also ferocious fighters. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There is just their societies, or at least other than when Duchess Satine was running the show, their society was, you know, I swear I've been speaking English for at least 45 years. Um, their system of society was militaristic. That's the word. So, you know, kind of like you know, feudal East Asian societies, ancient China, Japan, that kind of thing. Actually, that's not even an apt comparison either, but it's the closest I can come up with right now. Really intrigued by the idea of another galaxy? Yeah, me too. I'm really excited to see Thrawn live action. Fuck yeah. Get more intrigued by this character each day. Yeah, I mean, I have actually not read Enter the Empire. I've only read Outbound Journey, Outward Journey, whatever. Anyway, it's a Legends novel now, but in that novel, we literally get introduced to Thrawn when he's still a full part of the Chiss. Like even before he pissed them off and got booted and was found. Okay, but yeah, in that book, he was still in the ascendancy for most of it, and Jorah Sabaoth was the original Jorah Sabaoth in that novel. He was the one leading the mission. Whereas under the Empire, Thrawn was dealing with had cloned him. So now we know where he got the material. He made the ship crashed. He made the outbound journey ship crashed. Which, by the way, also happened to have like 5 or so hyperdrive engines in a circle around the main body of the ship. That remind anybody of anything from the Ahsoka show that we saw? Cyan, maybe. So it's kind of funny how Dave is selective, because when it came to Tales of the Jedi, he completely retconned the novel. Well, not completely, but he retconned some of the novel, because I remember people were just griping about it. And you know, I've been given to understand he's done that any number of times. So he's made it obvious that, you know, for the most part, he doesn't give two shits about what other people wrote. He's going to do his story. But at the same time, he throws in a little nod like that back to a Legends novel. I mean, there's no figure in him sometimes. But I will say it is really cool to see reminders of that, you know, he actually has that in-depth knowledge. Brooke liked how Thrawn was recruited by the Empire. Basically, he was in exile. Yep. He gave three forces about a headache. They were impressed with his ability. Yep. Yeah, capturing him was not. I don't think I've read the actual novel where he was captured. I read an excerpt though, and if I recall correctly, he allowed himself to be captured after a while. He was just playing with them and testing them and seeing if they were worthy of, you know, basically he just seeing if they were up to his level, or could be up to his level, or at a minimum would be, or were powerful enough to be useful to him, basically. So, I mean, the dude never stops calculating. He never stops figuring. He never stops strategizing. He never stops engaging in strategery. So, yeah. I cannot wait till they actually get him going in the show. Because the character is a beast in the novels, he was a beast in Rebels, and damn sure he's going to be a beast again. I can't fucking wait to see it. Wasn't I talking about fucking Marvel? How'd we get on Star Wars? What the fuck? Anyway. Oh well. That's what happens, you know, when you're chilling on a Saturday night. Tangents. Shit, go this way, then it 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 go back this way, then it goes over here, then it goes up. It's how we roll in this motherfucker. I'm driving. Oh, ha, 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 ha. You'll appreciate that one on the replay, love. That's all I'm going to say. And also, I love you, Rob, but, and, you know, kind of suck my tank, okay? Yeah. Anywho. And also, you're not wrong. That's what sucks. So. Yes, soft reboot versus hard reboot. You guys have any more thoughts on which you may prefer? And or once you decide which side you'd prefer, who you'd want to see or how you'd want them to handle it? Feel creative freedom and hover. Yeah, well, right up until he has to, you know, right up until Disney mandates that he runs it into the fucking sequel trilogy. Because as long as Lucasfilm is a Disney property, whether we like it or not, all roads lead to the sequel trilogy. So, back to Marvel. All right, thanks. I can get behind a villain-centric movie with the rebooted heroes as the antagonists. Ooh, like a slow-rolling Tarantino phase. Yeah, kind of like a just starting off in like Bizarro, but a Marvel version of Bizarro universe or some shit. That'd be cool. That could be very cool. That's the storyline. But here's the thing though. Wouldn't they almost have to make that a multiverse thing so we could get like our heroes back to being heroes and our villains back to being villains? I mean, if I'm wrong, please tell me and guide me. But that's just my initial thought on that one. Soft reboot starting off would be cool for Marvel, but want to change too much unless they do it well. I mean, obviously, that is true. Definitely want them to do whatever the fuck it is going to do. At least, Deadpool. Indefinitely. Currently, we no longer have a release date for Deadpool 3 unless I miss something, which is, of course, entirely possible and a little likely, even. Had to check my music. Yeah. I don't think that. Yeah, I mean, it's been delayed, but I don't know what. I can't recall if there's been an actual new release date set, or last I remember, it was literally just missing from the 2024 release calendar when Disney released it. Again, if something has changed since then, I am not aware of it, unfortunately. Yeah, yes, one of the unfortunate side effects of people trying not to get fucked by Hollywood is we have to wait on some of our shit. But the way I look at it, happier writers and happier actors make better fucking shit for us to watch. So pay the motherfuckers. Let's go. For me, if they're gonna reboot, they just need to fucking reboot. Like, blow it all up at the end of Secret Wars. Show somehow the universe being recreated, and then in the next movie, blink. I think David says personally think they should give the Marvel Universe a rest for a couple of years, then bring it back with a soft reboot. Yeah, let it breathe for a minute. Like, let Secret Wars happen. Come to whatever conclusion they're gonna have it come to. and then just let it chill for a bit, like nothing, and then do a soft. Yeah, that's a workable scenario, I think. I want a hard reboot though if they're going to do it. I mean, either get fucking Evans and RDJ and the people we like back, and get them back in the forefront, or blow it the fuck up and then pick up the pieces, throw them in a thing of glue and shake them, and then you know what I'm saying. Start over. Maybe give us a proper Secret Invasion. Could spend a whole phase doing Civil War 2. Although that one wasn't that great. Yeah, if they're going to do a reboot, Brooke, they're going to have to go younger. Like, we're going to see a... Yeah, I know, me too. No, we're going to... They'd have to go younger because they would need their new long-distance crew. Like the people they're going to sign to those fucking 5-movie, however many years it takes, fucking we own you contracts. Oh, Trin, you're just mean. You think maybe they've been writing crap because they feel like crap? Just putting that out there as, a possibility. Oh, yeah, no, totally. I would love to have Tom Cruise playing, what would have that been? Superior Iron Man. Yes, you are. Yeah, no, Tom Cruise's Superior Iron Man would have been the shit. By the way, thanks for stopping by, Trin. How you doing? Doing all right? I saw that tweet about your kids. That's dope. I'm glad you are living the awesome family life. That's supposed to come out smooth. Came out snarky. My bad. That was totally not snark at all. Hopefully Marvel gets its mojo back in 2024, 2025. They've been complacent far too long since Endgame. That I completely 100% agree with Mr. Brooke Chen. The only reason Tom Cruise won't be playing Iron Man anytime soon is because Kevin Feige hasn't given him a real suit to fly. I mean, the way Tom Cruise is, yeah, probably. That's probably what Tom Cruise would want. Although, after the way MI7 Part 1 performed, he'd be leveraging old cred as opposed to the recent cred that Hollywood generally requires. Good at the hotel, going to Disneyland tomorrow and Monday. Chill! No, that's awesome, dude. Have fun. Take awesome pictures. Do awesome things. Get awesome stuff. Tom Cruise might do an actual filming in space on a SpaceX rocket. Well, given that he's a Scientologist, it would. I mean, he loves his action movies, and he's a Scientologist. So yeah, being on a rocket ship would tickle both his nuts in that respect. Thanks, I haven't been here in a couple of years now. Yeah. Well, I've never been to any Disney park, so I've been to Cedar Point and Six Flags and a couple other smaller parks that no longer exist. I go with a friend to the PAX Con event next week. Basically a gaming convention. Nice! Gaming conventions are cool. Gaming conventions are tight. And that was my underwhelming, fucking, what is that, pitch meeting impression. Have you got a new script for me? Hey, shut up. I mean, that shit's hilarious as fuck, though. Like, straight up. That pitch meeting is fucking hysterical. Like, that's just all there is to it. We're getting to that, Mr. Copeland, sir. We're getting there. Like, I want them to hard reboot and start us off with the Fantastic Four. Use the Fantastic Four to bring in mutants. Then after we've been rocking like that for a while, then we can get to reintroducing the Avengers into the universe. And then we can get to some huge fucking crossovers. No more dicking around with side characters. All killer, no filler. That's what the MCU needs to get back to, basically. In a nutshell. Because I only have a unidirectional mic. You didn't even hear me, probably. But, you know, as a little quick Austin Powers. This is me in a nutshell. How do I get out of this bloody nutshell? All right. Yeah, that's what I would like to see. Enough of this soft reboot crap. I mean, obviously, I think Feige could do a soft reboot much, much better than what James Gunn is attempting to do over at DC. But regardless of how well I think you can do it, I would still prefer a hard reboot. Those are just actually a hell of a lot easier. Like, even if you bring in someone new, like to say the new MCU, I'm not going to say the all different or all new, all different MCU. Like, some ass, I don't know who the hell said that in the first place. Someone on Twitter, I think. But yeah, nothing like that. Just the new MCU. Would just be the banger fucking characters and just, you know, them doing their shit. And this time starting with the Fantastic Four, which would mean we're also going to get, at a minimum, Doom, Silver Surfer, the Silver Surfer, and an actual Galactus and not a fucking cloud. And, you know, probably one or two of their other main adversaries. And from then, I would then bring in the mutants. David, if it did a hard reboot for Marvel, how about Alden Ehrenreich as Captain America and Donald Glover as Nick Fury? No, they're not too old. Actually, you know what? Alden Ehrenreich has that comic book Captain America kind of jaw, doesn't he? He's got that square thing going on. Good Lord, this thing is more monodirectional than I realized. But yeah, no, yeah, he's kind of got that square comic book jaw look to him. Already got the sandy blonde hair he needs. That's actually not a bad idea. Donald Glover as Nick Fury would also be dope. Yeah, I can see both of those two being. I like those two. That's a good thinking, David. Cloud Galactus was the lowest point in Marvel movies ever. Worse than any failed Dark Phoenix reinterpretation. Well, did you see the their attempt at redoing the Fantastic Four? Because that Doom was fucked up. All right, man. Well, you have fun with your famine. Thanks for stopping by, man. If you come back in, awesome. If you don't, you're doing family shit. And, being dad is always the most important thing. So go do that shit, bro. If I don't see you tonight, obviously, I'll see you in Josh's chat for show. Actually, probably tomorrow, because he's doing that Prime stream tomorrow. Ooh, Rob likes Glover for Fury. No, I mean, hold on, damn it. Bear with me. Yeah, that's fine. Right. No, I mean that one, sir. From 2015. Got Michael B. Jordan. I don't remember that chick's name, or I don't know who the hell he goes to either. But Michael B. Jordan is Johnny Storm. Her as Sue Storm. Her, yeah. So, yeah. Have you seen that one? Yeah, they fucked Doom up bad in that one. Yeah. What do you mean almost worse? Well, yeah, Cloud Galactus is still worse. Not by much, though. At least not for me. The kid that played Reed wasn't too bad. I didn't mind him. Yeah, well, Michael B. Jordan was good, so that's all there is to it. That's just all there is to that. At least in my opinion. All right, folks. This was a lot more full earlier, so I need to go recycle. And then upon my return, we'll deal with what I put on my thumbnail. See you in a bit. Hello. Miles Teller from Divergent and another movie with the main star from Divergent. Okay. Saber Smith, how you doing? How you doing? Well, yeah, Alba. Beautiful woman, that Jessica Alba. She is rumored to be in Deadpool 3, unless that got debunked. So you know what, that one might have got debunked. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think that got debunked. All right. The main subject, the one I decided to put all over the thumbnail. Who the fuck is this Merrick, whatever the fuck you call this person? Who that be? There are the two biggest theories going out there are the one Alan keeps bringing up, that is Ezra Bridger turned evil. And I still think Chopper's going to steal the show. Yeah, well, I mean, he did an animation. Why not live action? But yeah. So those are the two biggest rumors. And I'm pretty sure they're both horseshit. Hey, where did the other? Oh yes, I didn't even say the other one. Jesus fuck. Anyway, so yes, the one rumor is that it's Ezra Bridger. The other one is that it's Galen Merrick, aka Starkiller. And the reason that rumor got started is because Sam Witwer was in the credits for I think, or for at least episode 2. I can't remember if he was in credit for both, but I don't think it's either. I don't know who the hell it is. I actually have no clue, but I don't think it's either one of those two. Although if it is one of those two, it's going to be Galen. Better not be Ezra. It could be literally anyone else. I think if it be Ezra would make less sense than an M. Night Shyamalan twist. Yeah, no. I am, obviously, because life is life, I will say I am 99% sure that that is not Ezra Bridger. Simple answer is, lest we forget, he went to that other galaxy with Thrawn, and they are both stuck there. Can't be Ezra. Now, some people would be like, but he could just summon the Purgle again, and that's how he got back. Possibly. But here's the thing, though. Purgle obviously are force sensitive. And if Ezra went evil, I don't think they would listen to him anymore. I mean, just think about whale. In general, obviously there are exceptions, the biggest one being Moby Dick, but in general, whales are considered to be peaceful creatures. So if the Purgle truly are space whales, if a dark side force user wants to mess with them, they'll simply be like, no, and move on with life. So I don't think he got back by a Purgle, which means he is still stuck out there. Yeah, but what's he going to navigate back on? Like the Purgle, like I said, the Purgle, they're force sensitive and whales are peaceful, so I don't see them responding to Ezra if he went all dark side. think they would just straight ignore him. Plus, there are all those reports that he is actually now a Force ninja, thanks to all the cool shit he learned in the New Beyond, where they have found different applications for the Force, or have figured out how to use the Force in different ways. Plenty of ships on the Chimera. Yeah, but the reason that Elsbeth is building the Eye of Sion with like 5 or more warp cores on it is because with your standard hyperdrive to go between galaxies, unless he went into suspended animation alien style, he'd be dead by the time he got from one galaxy to the next. Because no standard hyperdrive can move anywhere close to as fast as a Purgle can. Because the Purgle use the Force to boost themselves. And of course, the fact that it'd be just fucking stupid, and I don't think Dave would do that. I'd rather it be a group of little plush military from episode 8 doing the weird Voltron thing to work the Inquisitor armor. Oh, you mean the Anzellans from episode 9 and Mandalorian season 3?
Beds. No squeezy. Bad baby. I'm out, motherfucker.
You mean one of them? Talking to Anzellans? Babu Frick? Yeah. I love Anzellans. I mean, we did get Iron Grogu, so that was some shit. That was some cool shit. I loved Iron Grogu. That actually was one of the high points of Mando season 3. Iron Grogu was hilarious. Running around, repeating yes like he's on a porn set. Krang Grogu, right? Yes, well, Ezra and Thrawn definitely went there together. While there are, I will admit, plausible ways for him to have gotten back. There are possibilities. For the reasons I just iterated, and for other reasons I can't exactly put into words, and including with Dave just isn't that fucking dumb. It's not Ezra. That's where I'm at and why I'm here. I mean, obviously, I could be wrong. I would be highly disappointed, but I could be wrong. I definitely think that would be a completely idiotic way to handle Ezra's character. I would be very, very upset if Filoni did that. And frankly, I'm getting tired of pissed off by Disney Star Wars. This is the show that I need to be you know, so far I've gotten it for the most part. I have quibbles with the show. I have nitpicks. I was underwhelmed by the fight choreography. When do I think Anakin's Force Ghost will show up? I'm not 100% for sure that it's going to be a Force Ghost. It very well could be. It's even somewhat likely. But it's also a possibility that he could be in a Force vision. The kind that he himself used to get. So we could literally dive into Ahsoka's dreams. See him that way. Or, again, like through a Force vision, as opposed to having to go to. I will take a look at those, sir. I would love to. I would love to watch. I would love to take in a long form version of your point of view and why you think what you think. You've got me curious. I will comment just to show you I did watch the shit. But yeah, I don't know if it's going to be Force Ghost. Could be Force Vision. Could be World Between Worlds. I'm inclined towards Force Vision, although Force Ghost would also be dope. Or even, memory via dream sequence or whatever, but for me, that's basically Force Vision. So, yeah, I will for sure check them out, Alan. You've got me curious, and besides, I love taking in other points of view. It actually helps me formulate my thoughts. Like, okay, oh, I agree with this. Why? Or, ooh, no, I disagree with this, but also why? And then you formulating those whys leads me to, either confirm my decision or change it. It's happened to me plenty of times before, both ways. Okay. So the other big theory based on Sam Witwer's name showing up in the credits, and I really need to go back and look at that because I want to know who or what he's credited as, if they associated anything with him, or is just along with Sam Witwer, not Sam Witwer as just he was here. Have fun finding him. Where's Witwer? Play a game of Where's Whitworth. But so of course people are like, well, he voiced Galen Merrick for the Force Unleashed games. Yes, he did. It'd be awesome to have Galen Merrick in Star Wars. Overall, I would agree. I don't think he would be worth anywhere near what he should be in Disney Star Wars. He's too powerful for Disney Star Wars. They would nerf him. And I'm tired of them nerfing characters. So honestly, it not being Galen Merrick / Starkiller is kind of more of a hope. Although Disney already stole the name Starkiller for Starkiller Base in the sequel. So, I mean, they would then probably just call him Galen Merrick. Like, he would not be addressed as Starkiller at that point, probably. So like I said, that one's more of a... That one's got less actual deductive reasoning to it than why I don't think it's Ezra. I can freely admit that. That one's more of a... I don't like how they'd have to do it, so I really hope they don't. But if you're going to bring in Galen Merrick, then you're either going to have to leave him totally juiced where he would dominate everybody that he ran across, or you'd have to Disneyfy his ass too. And frankly, I'm tired of them taking badass characters and doing what they've been doing. I mean, I'm sure... Actually, no. I also, while I don't think it's either of those two, I also don't think it's just some rando dark side user in completely concealing armor with a Inquisitor blade? I think it's probably someone we do know. It's going to be someone, if not like, if not significant, then someone definitely known. Yeah, I love the Barasafi theory. Problem is they've referred to that character as he already. So, I mean, unless they're gonna have Ms. Offie join the Alphabet Mafia and trigger all the fucktards that it would trigger. It's a dude. I'm not hating on pronouns. I'm hating on the pronoun haters, motherfucker. Oh dear God, he would lose his mind. Speaking of which, quick side note before we get into this. Just out of, I don't even know why. I just randomly decided, because he was already on. Melvin started a live at about 8 o'clock. And so I decided to pop in and screw around with his chat for a minute. And it turns out that he has a community stream once a month, on Saturday, of course. But you only have to be at his $2 level to join that stream. I must admit, I am highly tempted to give Darth Melvin $2 one time to go on his stream and fuck with him. Or, well, no, actually not fuck with him. Just go on his stream and, deal with him on the level that he chooses to deal with me. If he keeps it as an up-and-up discussion, I will keep it there. If he wants to have a bit more of an aggressive debate, I'm good with that too. If he wants to go down in the gutter, oh baby, I'll glide through the gutter. But I really wanna. I so wanna. Force Unleashed games are a classic. Well, the first one is. You never played the second one. That's right. Disney should not bring Starkiller into canon if they nerf his character. I agree. I'm very much over Disney nerfing characters that we already know to be badass. I mean, for fuck's sake, come up with something new on your own, Brett. Give us new characters that it won't piss us off if you do stupid shit with them. We'll just be like, oh, well, I mean, at least it's their own character they're fucking up this time. It would pretty much, at least that'd be how I would think of it anyway. Like, wow, that was dumb. But at least they didn't do it to a character I love. So. But yeah, I do not buy into either of those two theories personally. Alan's got a couple of theories, obviously, and I will check those out for sure. Faster than I got you your GameStop stuff. By the way, I hope you're still enjoying that. And I kind of think that's what I'll do from now on. Rather than trying to send someone a gift card, like the next time I want to do a giveaway, I'll just be like, all right, I will spend up to this much. Oh, good. Good. I'm glad. I'll be like, I'll just do it like you and I did, Alan. I'll just be like, all right, I will spend this much at this place. Get on the website, find what you want, send me a link. Which really is what I should have done in the first place, because that's how Obsession got me this thing. He's like, pick something Black series. So I picked this, and I also picked a figure because I thought I would be going way overboard on this. But he's like, this one? I'm like, yeah. He's like, done. I'm like, so yeah, motherfucker bought me a $280 fucking lightsaber. So that would have been the smarter way to do it. We got there eventually, though, Alan. So, and I'm glad you are still enjoying that which you picked out. Well, I'll tell you what. In about 68 more subs, I'll probably do another giveaway when I hit 200. So, pimp me out, chat. Pimp me the hell out. Share my shit. Make a clip. I don't even care if it's a clip of me doing something stupid. Being stupid sometimes will entertain some people. Get them in here. And by the way, quick reminder before Justin yells at me. Make sure you hit that like button, pretty please. If you have not yet, then do so. Whether you are in the chat or on the lurk, or in the lurk or on the replay, hit the like button. And if you're in the lurk and on the replay, if you are not a subscriber, which I still have yet to see an subscriber in my chat, please subscribe. It's a fun little community we're building here. What the fuck is going on with the motherfucking microphone? All right. So weird. Anyway. How's that? Nope, that's no bueno. All right, got to do it that way. Okay. Got to make out with the mic, baby. There we go. Maybe I'm going to have to keep it loose just for a bit. There we go. All right. Up a little. Thanks, Justin. Oh, thanks, man. All right. But yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's American. I don't think he's Ezra. I also don't know who the fuck I think he is. That's where I'm the slacker. Is I can only tell you who I don't think he is. I cannot tell you who I do think he is. I would love the Barasafi theory. I would love that to be true, but they already done fucked that up. I wonder. Savage, spelled savage. And Palpatine killed him. Who the fuck would that be, though? Shared 6 times. Thank you, sir. Oh, you think that could be a Dathomirian under there? Or a Dathomirian male? Or a Zabrak, specifically? Because they're Iridonian Zabraks, too. You think that's or Zabrak, however the fuck you want to pronounce it. Tomato, Zabrak. You think that's a mall critter in there, huh? trying to think if the helmet would allow for that. Yeah, any Dathomirian Zabrak would tie that to the witch. That is very, very true. Ooh. Savage Opress, yeah. Great Arc Clone Wars. Yeah, no, I liked him. I liked that character. But Palpatine killed him in front of Maul. To fuck with Maul. So, but yeah, basically, yeah, Dathomirian Zabrak. I like that one, dude. I like that one. Unfortunately, I only have one monitor. Well, yeah. Take a look at this dude's helmet real quick. Actually, we all will. Bear with me. I do this the fucking hard way since I only have one monitor. All right. Okay, so eyes, nose, mouth. You know what? If they kept the horns short, like Savage length horns would not work in this helmet. But if he had, he ground his horns down to a bit of a shorter length, or if it's a younger Zabrak, that's fucking possible, bro. I can see shorter horns fitting in right here. I mean, it's arched up enough, definitely. I mean, they couldn't be much more than, maybe like that. Maybe inch and a half, 2 inches or so, but there's room. I don't know if he was voiced by Clancy Brown for Sheezy. I mean, it makes sense, though, now that you mention it. Yeah, dude, there could be a fucking Dathomirian Zabrak in there. Well done, sir. I actually find that to be much more plausible and also a much better idea than it being either Ezra or Galen Merritt. Yeah, it was cool to see the green flame again, Brooke. It was definitely cool to see the green flame again. I was hoping for a hell of a lot more if we were going to see it. I'm sure we'll get more. I mean, that was just yeah, technically we're a quarter of the way in, but at the same time, we're only a quarter of the way in. You know what I mean, man? Do you know what I mean, man? So yeah, Rob, I like that one. Shows many possibilities, even after the first season, hoping Dave gets more creative freedom and less interference. But yes. Yeah, that would be the smart thing. Of course, what's Disney's track record been on being smart lately? The prosecution rests. Palps cackle. Oh, you know what? I just thought of a way that it could be still be Barris Offee, and it would not take too much in the way of mental gymnastics at all. Get this shit right. They've never seen. No one in that show has ever seen Maroke, I believe it is. No one in that show has ever seen Maroke without the mask on. For all we know, that is Barris Offee in there, and she's just been letting people think she's a he the whole time. How about that? What do y'all think of that one? That literally just. Oh yeah, Savage was fucking huge. He was magically enhanced to be like a monster. Like think. He was basically the Undertaker with horns and dark side force abilities. Like he was fucking huge. And Marok is definitely Marok, whatever. Is definitely much more average sized. I mean, Ray Stevens is bigger than Marok right now. Like literally. Ray Stevens was just a big motherfucker. And he's owning that Balin Skull character too. I'm gonna love watching him the rest of the show, but it's gonna be fucking sad at the same time too, knowing that this is all we're gonna get. I also wonder what is going on in the mind of Shin. When she's standing next to Balin, when he's not looking at her, she is laser eyed, looking her all around everywhere, and she does not like Elsbeth. You can fucking tell that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Savage did have pretty good force potential. Problem is he's basically a tank. He's not the he's not dumb, but he ain't that fucking smart either. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know really how far his character could have gotten without them doing kind of weird mental, weird shit that we'd have to think about way too hard in order to justify stuff, in order to justify him being more than what he was. But, yeah, like, back to my point, Barris Offee could be pulling a Leia from Return of the Jedi.
Yoto. Yoto.
I mean, 3PO called her he. Because he's holding a thermal detonator. This could be the same thing with Ms. Offee. The only thing that makes me question that is stature. I mean, Marok ain't big, but Marok ain't that small either. Barris Offee was not a large individual in any way. She was, I mean, she wasn't like, teeny, but she was reasonably petite. That shit, that one's done. Fuck that shit, that one's done. But, yeah, so I like the Dathomirian Zabrak. I like Rob's theory. I like the Barasofi pulling a Leia theory, because it wouldn't be the first time Dave's homaged previous things. Actually, I need to watch fucking I need to watch someone doing an Easter egg video about that shit, because I know there's so much I probably missed, because I'm not that deep into the lore. So it would be cool if Barasofi appears. It'd be like to see how Ahsoka would react to seeing Barris again. She would fuck her the fuck up. I don't feel like Ahsoka would be very full of Jedi forgiveness at that point. I think she'd be wanting to whip both her lightsabers out and cut a bitch. That's how I think she would react. Coming at her, you ruined my life. You broke the galaxy. I could have saved him. Of course, the whole point of the show is for her to realize that she could not have. But allegedly, I should say, that has not been fully 100 confirmed. So, Ahsoka is not a Jedi. No, she never passed the trials. You know, someone saw the owl. One of those Easter egg hunters that's so good at that shit. I swear I heard someone talk about seeing the owl. I think it was Paul at Heavy Spoilers. It's been seen. Well, I mean, Barris was no slouch. She was, she held her own with Anakin for a bit, until he forced her into the open. Yeah, then she was pretty well fucked. What was that one meme I saw? Oh yeah, it was from Empire, when fucking Vader and Luke are fighting, and Luke ends up at the top of the stairs and looking down at Vader at the bottom of the stairs, and Vader's like, Obi-Wan has taught you well, because Luke had the high ground. I don't know how accurate that actually is to the movie or not, but that meme is fucking hilarious to me. Excuse me. So the 4 theories put forth tonight, which one you guys think is the most likely, and which one do you think, or which one do you like the most? Because they do not necessarily have to be the same thing. Like some of you would be like, Starkiller would rock, but also like, Disney would never fucking do that. Or you could double down on Barris. You think that's what they'll do, and that's also what you want to see. Something like that. Let me know what you're thinking. Damn it, I thought I had a spare beverage. Yeah, I'm doubling down on the Barasofi. I think that's the one I want to see, and I think that's the most likely. Yes, I know, Brooke, they could all work out. I want to know which one you think Dave went with, and I want to know which one you would do if you were in charge. Like, what would you do, but what do you think, and also what do you think Dave did. And like I said, they don't have to be the same. You could, for some reason, prefer it to be Ezra, but think it'll be fucking Zabrak. Yeah, I definitely don't want them to nerf Starkiller, which is also why I don't want to see Starkiller, because they would nerf Starkiller. And I only say that because they nerfed Obi-Wan and Luke in a different sort of way than just, personal power. Boba Fett. Yeah. Like I said, I'm doubling down on Barasafi. I think it'd be cool to complete that circle with her and Ahsoka. And I also think Dave is plenty smart enough to do that, because Ahsoka's his character, and he would obviously know how significant Barasafi is, since that's the reason that Ahsoka walked away from the Jedi Order in the first movie. I think that would be an awesome thread to pull and tie off. If she had not have died, I would have said it could have been Asajj Ventress or some new character like her. Did Asajj die in a new canon novel, or did she die in a Legends novel? I know she died in a novel. I'm just not sure when said novel came out. Because didn't her death send Quinlan Voss to the dark side for a minute? Because wasn't he showing her his lightsaber technique on the regular? But yeah, that would... fuck. Of course, on the other hand, we all know Dave doesn't give two shits about what people write that aren't named Dave. That would have been fucking sweet if it was that. Oh, if he makes that Asajj Ventress, which again would be yet another. That'd be another Night Sister tie-in too, because she was born a Night Sister. Got picked up by that one Jedi who eventually got killed in front of her. She snapped the dark side. Dooku found her. Yada 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 yada. She'd be dope. And especially if that was a Legends novel she died in, that means Disney couldn't tell Dave no. Besides, he's brought in other Legends characters anyway already. So, Fuck 'em. Okay. Damn it. You had to bring up Ventress. You know, I should have thought of her myself anyway. Especially since she was helping Ahsoka during that particular Barriss Offee arc. Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. I mean, that's another fucking thread that'd be cool to tie off too. Ahsoka and Asajj. Yeah, that's some good things, Dave. Just even bringing up the name was a good idea. Well done, sir. I don't know that she's actually more likely than Barriss, but I would officially rather see her than Barriss. Just you bringing her into it has changed my answer. I mean, either way, though, we get one of those two threads. We get one of those threads from that arc tied off, and I think that would be fucking cool. I would love to see one and or both of those threads tied off, but I don't know how you could do both. It'd have to be one or the other, I think. At least right now. So, just remember her from Clone Wars. Yeah. Yeah, no, she was dope in Clone Wars. She was definitely dope in the Clone Wars. Okie dokie. I think I was going to go bye-bye now. So, make sure you like it a stream. Make sure you are a subscriber. And make sure you hit that notification bell so it's full and not hollow looking, so you know anytime I put something on the channel. Also, go ahead and follow me on Twitter, please. Well, on X. Then, of course, share my stuff on there too, please. And, yes, don't forget also, probably around 10 o'clock, because it's about a half-hour long episode, but live reaction. I'm doing a live reaction stream every week. After each episode hits the plus, I will watch it, probably on Josh's watch party, and then I will set my shit up, and I will hop on here, and we will all talk about it together. So that'll be cool too. Or at a minimum, I will have a stream of consciousness, and maybe someone will see it on a replay. Either way, it's still happening. Tuesday night, probably 10 o'clock. Again, given that Ahsoka is going to be over probably like 9:35. So, hope y'all come by for that one. But in the meantime, I hope y'all have a great rest of your weekend. And I hope your Monday isn't too Monday. You know it. I know y'all know what I mean by that. And, yeah. Thank you all for being here. If you're still here on the replay, thank you for watching. Again, like, subscribe, tap the notification bell, all that good shizzle. And, like I always say, there's always a good time to be had when you're chilling in the basement. I hope everyone enjoyed the discussion. I had fun. I hope you did too. Hope to see as many of you as possible on Tuesday night at 10 p.m. in the Eastern Time Zone. Is when I'll be on. 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. Midnight where Dave lives. Or no, sorry, 2 a.m. where Dave lives. All right, much love to you guys. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching if you're on the replay. Have a good weekend.